Hi everyone, my name is Ian Lovatt, and I am seeking your support to re-elect me as the Mayor of Whitchurch Stouffville. The last 4 years as Mayor have been some of the most rewarding and challenging times in my life as a leader. As a community, we have experienced tremendous highs and some pretty serious lows. Thinking back on the past term, some of my personal highlights involve strengthening our community by shining a light on diversity and inclusion. I am proud of how we established new and strengthened relationships with the Huron-Wendat Nation and Curve Lake First Nation. Honoring our First Nations history is an important step towards making truth and reconciliation real in our community. With Council's unanimous support, we also formally implemented the town's first land acknowledgement, adopted into policy, and it now hangs on a plaque at the entrance of the town hall for all to see and appreciate. Through the summer of 2020, in the height of global racial unrest, we established the Mayor's Diversity and Inclusion Committee, which has now transitioned into a formal town working group. This term, we saw a record 604 new long-term care beds built and/or committed to Stouffville's future by the province, with a continued commitment to our seniors coming in the future. For too long, our seniors have been forgotten. The pillars who made Stouffville what it is deserve more opportunity to age here. I'm thankful to our local MPP, Minister of Long-Term Care, Paul Calandra, who is making the investment here for you and me in the future. Also this term, we restored prosperous relationships with other levels of government. This cannot be understated. The previous term was detrimental to our town's reputation, and in the last 4 years, we have seen an unprecedented commitment to Stouffville from federal, provincial, and regional governments with over $16 million in funding support. We advanced some significant programs for the community this term. We secured over $4 million in funding for the skating trail in Memorial Park, which will break ground soon. We also built and just recently opened 8 new pickleball courts and 2 tennis courts in Memorial Park, and launched an RFP to build a dome sports facility in Ballantrae to house soccer and potentially tennis, basketball, and any other sport that can be played under a dome. The community spirit we've seen over the last term has been unprecedented. Neighbors helping neighbors through the height of the pandemic, supporting local restaurants and businesses through the lockdowns, and crowds for events new and old have broken records. I'm really proud of the staff for bringing my vision for the holiday market this past December to reality. What an amazing event that exceeded all expectations, and I can't wait for this year's market. Over 32,000 people came to Ribfest this year. Movies in the park, sold-out patio series at 19 on the Park, the 49th annual Classic Car Show at the museum, and let's not forget the return of Strawberry Festival. What a weekend that was! All record attendance and more affordable than ever. Staff are energized and excited to bring the community together for events that we can all be proud of. With stability brought back to Town Hall and a council that is committed to work together, we've become a safe investment for entrepreneurs. The town has added 41 new businesses and established additional revenues through growth and assessment, adding over $7 million to our tax base. This is a really positive sign for things to come. We have 217,000 square feet currently under construction, and staff have had 32 pre-consultations this year for new industrial and commercial developments, representing over 1.6 million square feet. For Stouffville, this is unprecedented growth in our history and represents our line of sight to a balanced tax base. Employment growth and balancing our tax base will be a continued focus of mine in the next term. I'll continue to work relentlessly to improve our town services while putting more money back in your pocket. While we have made some great strides in the last 4 years, there's still more to do. Stouffville is an incredible community, a place we're so lucky to call home. But we can't be at our best until everyone in our community has a place to call home. I'm very proud to say that we've recently broken ground on the 97-unit purpose-built rental project on Main Street. This Housing York build will provide a home for residents who are in need of a home, something that most of us don't have to think twice about. Addressing housing affordability requires collective action and the support of the private and public sectors working together to develop innovative solutions. As we continue to grow, we are developing a Made in Stouffville housing strategy to ensure that there are sufficient housing options. A complete community is one that meets the basic needs of all residents, and I'm proud to say that our new official plan, the first in 20 years, when adopted, will address all of this. I am determined to ensure Stouffville is a place where you can grow a business, raise a family, and retire in dignity. A place where your kids can come back to, find a home of their own, and begin a life in town. Leadership isn't easy. Every single day, politicians have to show up and make decisions, tough choices that aren't always easy. But leadership means showing up, doing the best you can, listening to smart advice, and on the good days, you'll get to go home knowing you did everything you could to leave our town in a better spot than you found it. Through the pandemic, we had to make some huge sacrifices and difficult decisions. No one saw COVID coming and the impact it would have on our community, our businesses, and our relationships. Implementing public health measures was difficult, but the right thing to do. I know it upset some of you, and I know I lost support and even friends because of the implementation of these policies. But I am steadfast in the decision that we made and know that they were in the best interest of public safety and the best for Stouffville. Witchart, Stouffville, and York Region face challenges ahead as we navigate out of the pandemic. Experienced leadership is required to work collaboratively with council, staff, community groups, and other levels of government to deliver the results for Witchart, Stouffville. That is why I am seeking re-election to remain your mayor for another 4 years. There is still a lot to do to make Witchart, Stouffville the most desirable municipality in Ontario to call home and do business in. I can assure you that this is a job you can't learn on the fly. It takes time to build relationships and trust with staff, community partners, and other levels of government to accomplish the strategic vision for the community. This isn't the time to risk the gains that we've achieved over the last 4 years with a new leader. I need your support on October 24th to continue the good work that we have accomplished. Our future is bright, Witchart, Stouffville, and the best is yet to come. So on October 24th, re-elect Lovatt for mayor.